In this segment, we will be demonstrating how to use Autoflow in Turf. Autoflow is a function that allows a moderator to automate a user testing session in a step-by-step fashion. The moderator can predefine actions including read PDF file, read RTF file, play video, capture image, media record, fill in demographic, fill in system usability survey, fill in moderator notes, fill in performance note, and display text screen. When you run an Autoflow session, Turf will load the default configuration and process its actions automatically. In order to organize our files, we have created 5 folders under the e-prescribing use case. The name of these 5 folders are Demographic Forms, Moderator Notes, Performance Evaluation Forms, System Usability Surveys, and Windows Event Files. First, you need to configure Autoflow before using it. Select the Home tab at the top of the Turf screen. Double-click on the product to open a list of projects. Choose a project listed under the Projects box on the left side of the screen. Then double-click on the project to open a list of testing cases. Select the case you want and click the Data Capture Configuration button in the Autoflow box under the User Testing tab at the top of the screen. In the left panel of the Data Capture Configuration dialog, click the New button. Then you will enter the basic information and define some actions for this configuration. Enter the configuration name. Enter the description of the product and set this configuration as the default Autoflow configuration by checking the default checkbox. Now you can add some actions for a Autoflow session. Click the Add button in the Data Capture Configuration box to add a new action for this configuration. Enter the action name, Informed Consent. Select Read PDF File from the drop-down under the Action column. Click the button with the 2 dots to the right of the Content Label text box and a dialog will pop up for you to choose the PDF file you want to read. Double-click on the PDF file. Then you can see the name of this PDF file in the text box under the content label. During the Autoflow session, this informed consent PDF file will be displayed for the user to read. After completing the form, it will automatically be stored in the demographic form folder. Next, we will show how to add a form for a user to fill in the demographic form in the Autoflow session. Click the Add button in the Data Capture Configuration box. Enter the action name in the text box. Select Fill in Demographic from the drop-down under the Action column. Click the button with the 2 dots under Folder label and a Select Folder dialog will pop up for you to choose which folder you want to store the demographic forms in. You can add new folders, rename a folder, and delete an existing folder here. In this demonstration, we will store our demographic forms under the demographic form folder. Click on the demographic form, and then click the OK button. During the Autoflow session, this demographic form will be displayed on the screen for users to fill in. Next, we will demonstrate how to set up media recording for the Autoflow session. Click the Add button in the Data Capture Configuration box. Enter the action name in the Name text box. Select the Media Record action from the drop-down menu. Select a folder to store your media files, such as audio, video, and Windows event files. In this video, we will choose the Windows Event Files folder to store our media files. Click the OK button. After users complete user testing, you may want to display a message indicating the end of the session. To do this in Turf, you can add an action, which will display a screen with the user-specified text message at the end of the Autoflow session. Click the Add button in the Data Capture Configuration box. Enter the action name and select the Display Text to Screen action from the drop-down menu under the Action column. In the text box under the Content column, enter the words that you want to display for users at the end of user testing. Thank you for your time. After adding all the actions, you can adjust the order by selecting the action and clicking the Move Up or Move Down button. After you finish the configuration, click the Save button to save this configuration. A confirmation dialog box will pop up to show that the configuration has been saved successfully. You can see the new configuration on the left panel on the Data Capture Configuration dialog. You can double-click on it to browse its content. Close this Data Capture Configuration dialog, and you are now ready to run an Autoflow session. In this video, we will demonstrate how to run an Autoflow session after saving the Autoflow configuration. First, click the Run button to start. The first action in the Autoflow configuration will be executed. For our configuration, we have the Informed Consent PDF displayed as our first action. Click the Next button or the Skip button to go to the next action. If you click the Next button, the file will be saved, and if you click the Skip button, the file will not be saved. You can always click the End Session button to end the session at any time. If you click End Session, all files before this action will be automatically saved, but the file you are currently working on will not be saved. If you click the Next button here, a demographic form shows up for a user to fill in. After completing this form, click the Next button and Turf starts to record the user's operations. You can pause or restart the recording by clicking the Pause, Restart Record button or press F8. After the user completes his operations, you can stop recording by clicking the Stop Record button or pressing the hotkey F9. Then a video and its Windows event file will be displayed. You can watch the video here to make sure that everything has been recorded correctly. Click the Next button and a text screen with the message you specify will be displayed. If this is the last action, you will only be able to click the End Session button to exit the whole session. You can review all the files saved in the Autoflow session in the folders which you chose in the Autoflow configuration.